Gives me a chance to look at the shop and be sad.
Disappointed.
It'll be big, meaty Venus.
Yeah.
Well, when I looked at the preview, the fact that I didn't share it says a lot. So I tend to only share it if I see something of note.
Do you know if the Iron Man is still in there?
Yes.
Okay. So
You go-
you can still buy your Iron Man if you need him.
I wanna say he
That's my
has
happy
him.
noise. Wait, do I? I might, actually. I keep opening the wrong thing.
People found, Elon Musk's Fortnite stats.
Fuck. Bonbon, you
hasn't
have bad
played
news
the game.
stories.
He hasn't even played for 2 hours.
Mm.
You just did it to sell meme coin?
Probably.
I'm just gonna say it. He's a piece of shit.
I just hate that he's like weirdly obsessed with the Doge meme. Like, remember when Doge used to be cool?
It's
Or
because
at least fun or cute?
yeah.
And now it's just like right-wing bullshit.
Oh yeah, he did kind of commandeer after the original dog died. He took it over.
Yeah.
Fortnite crew. I got V-Bucks. I'm sorry.
Good job.
I'm just tired and
I'm so
hyping
proud
myself
of you,
up.
Dippy.
Oh, thank you, Pep. I see Iron Spider.
Never stop believing.
I do own this Iron Man. I always believe. This is very Marvel centric again. But the Marvel beater pass is gone.
Okay, I have a video.
Oh god.
25 seconds
Good.
of trolling a Doctor Strange player.
Guys, guess what?
What?
There's 3 new Jordans available.
Woo!
I could not care less. And I
What, you
imagine
mean-
they all look exactly the same like they always do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now
Roof
they
is
just
the
look
spec.
like shoes to me.
Who's Patrick Mahomes?
Oh, he looks like a dude.
You're a dude.
Iron Spider, Iron Man.
Oh god,
X-Men,
not this place again.
Feudal Gotham.
Why is your level close to my level, Kippy? You been beta boosting?
I don't know. It's not that close.
You been boosting them beaters?
No. I occasionally play a bit of main stage.
Shaq is a very bald man. With very bald chicken.
It's pretty
Alright,
great.
they
Yep.
have Lonely Boy by the Black Key.
Kippy's been playing Jump Hulk without me.
Yep.
Wait,
Now he's
so
gonna play
41? When they had...
Ready Up for Bikini Bottom.
Oh, sorry.
It's not one of their songs I like.
1-1, ready up. We're going to Bikini Bottom only up.
Remember when we were playing a good game?
You wanted to end on a high note. I said, let's do another round. And now look where we're at. We are
We're
not.
playing
Here.
Bikini Bottom only up.
To make it more Marvel rivals.
All right.
Look at this Marvel team.
You know, we got Hulk, Magneto, and Luke Cage.
What the fuck? Well, he is like large and muscly.
Luke Cage is normally depicted as bald. What, you tell me Shaq wouldn't play a live-action Luke Cage?
I'm just saying. Basically saying all them black people look the same to you.
No, he's
That's not
steel.
what I'm saying at all. I'm saying Luke Cage is supposed to be a tall, strong-looking dude.
But does he own a chicken restaurant?
He's not a Marvel character.
What? I haven't read all of the comic run of Luke Cage. Maybe he does.
He's steel, though.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. Shaq?
He's Power Man.
Oh. I thought you were saying Luke Cage was.
No, Shaq is. I was saying he can't be a Marvel character. He's Shaq.
Credit where credit
I mean,
is due.
he's
The aesthetics here do look like the show.
Shaq keeps pointing and making a sex pest smile. Yeah, he does that.
Yeah, but at least it's just a smile, as far as we know. Also, why did I not slap a cape on Magneto?
I thought you meant to keep him naked.
I mean, he does it to Batman all the time.
He looks worse without a cape than Batman.
Yeah, he looks very naked. I thought you meant to do that. He looks more naked than Hulk. Oh shit. What is going on? Oh, they made a wind tunnel. I didn't know that was a thing you could do. That's so cool.
This is a weird way to handle a...
I haven't gotten any experience yet.
What the crap? Why did it just teleport me to the bottom?
Because you suck. Oh shit. There's no checkpoints or anything.
Need to update something like my graphics card driver.
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why you did that.
The level probably just glitched. These levels kind of suck.
SpongeBob only up is too much for Bunbud's computer.
God dang it.
What?
Falling.
Oh.
Did you know that Shaq has a vertical leap of 3 meters, apparently?
No, he doesn't. He's way too chonky for that.
According to this game, he does.
No.
Oh, yep. I believe it then. He's right.
Okay, Dippy, who would win in a knife fight? Aquaman or Hydro Man?
Water Vegeta.
Sky Point.
Knife fight though? Or Hydro Man.
Oh, okay, Aquaman can have his hook hand.
I think Hydro Man.
I don't think that helps.
Yeah, Hydro Man's taking it. Oh, Peen! Oh no! Okay,
They even
well,
have the civilians of Bikini Bottom. This has way more effort than it should for the assets. Makes me wonder if they took them from somewhere.
I don't want to play this anymore.
Remember when we were playing good things and I was happy?
Yep. And remember when
Hey,
you said, let's
remember
stop so we
that
can end on a
time
high note?
You made me play some stupid jumping game for an hour, and I got no experience.
You didn't get anything?
No.
Oh yeah, it did take like 6 hours to level up twice. Why did we
I
do
got
that?
more experience doing this than that.
I've
You-
fallen off like 3 times. I quit.
Yeah. You got experience?
Yes.
I didn't get anything. I'm leaving. Fuck this. I quit. Remember when there was an episode of Blue Collar Comedy where Larry the Cable Guy ripped off Phantom of the Opera and just sang, take this job and shove it, and everybody laughed? I don't.
Oh god, there's so much more. They didn't have the TV animated. What the crap? Like,
That is a burning war machine.
Mm-hmm.
wait, why am I playing with 3 John Wicks?
Hmm?
I don't know.
We did say we were leaving and you stayed.
Yeah, well, I need to get the next collectible.
Look
What?
we've done to him. We broke Bun Bun.
Well, 90% of his playtime has been in Crust.
Yeah.
This Iron Man looks weird.
Yeah, but it's the compromise to have an Iron Man skin. That isn't the weird not Hulkbuster.
That reminds me, I forgot I got Mr. Chief. I mean, an OG player gave him to me.
And if you want the black variant Dippy, you gotta figure out how to stream Fortnite from the Xbox.
There's a black
Streaming
variant of
app.
Master Chief?
Yeah, you get him for playing him either on an Xbox Series X or through like the Microsoft streaming thing.
It's automatic?
Yes.
Loan me your
Oh,
Xbox.
they have a handsome Squidward.
Why are you still there?
Because I'm on a roll.
No, you're not. You're in Crust.
How high did you two get?
I got pretty far up and then I fell. Like, I don't know the exact distance.
Did you pass Blue Rocks?
I honestly already wiped all memory. Because I'm mad. Look, I got Hayabusa.
I found Patrick.
One? One?
Oh my god, there's so much more. Okay, I'm out. I just had to look.
What is that shack doing?
Oh, Fortnite crash.
Wait, it crashed on you?
Yup.
I blame Shaq. I always blame Shaq. Ooh, Bomna. Ah. Why is my Google Chrome being Venus? Ah.
This is excruciating.
What?
Like, I'm just Control Alt deleting. Like, I wasn't able to navigate.
There's a video of Wolverine's claws on a hydraulic press. And of course, the hydraulic press
Mufasa
pushes
the
him.
Lion King got nominated for a Razzie.
Shaq. Shaq.
Yeah.
Now we're beans.
Oh. I think I've hit my limit. I gotta go to bed.
No!
But it's like 4:15 in the morning.
Meaty moo.
And I'm a bean, so I can't even emote.
Yes, you can. Maybe. Maybe not.
No.
Alright, we'll go back to
Beans
Bikini
can't
Bottom.
emote for some reason.
Then we'll go... We will go to default obby parkour.
Apparently, it's possible to hump things as Iron Man in Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, you never seen me do it?
No.
You spam his laser. You just keep rapidly pressing R1. Beans can't crip walk, nope. But Shaq and Dougie. Teach me how to obby. Teach me how to obby.
Okay, you want some cane, sir?
I already picked one. One's gonna override
No,
my pick.
not that.
Bun sees an obby and gets pissed. Oh.
Well, don't ask me, I'll never tell. I looked
Yes.
to you as it fell, and now you're in my way. I trade my soul for a wish, pennies and dimes for a kiss. I wasn't looking for this, but now you're in my way. Your stare was holding grip.
This is gonna get me claimed. Shaq should not be pointing at me while that song plays. That was perfect timing. You DC'd right as he pointed and smiled.
Excellent.
One, ready up. I hate this. Naked Magneto and Master Chief.
I like how the only difference between naked Magneto and regular Magneto is he's just not wearing a cape.
Yeah.
Well, the cape is like
Damn it.
so much of his design.
I was also gonna switch to Naked Magneto.
I mean, remember, in the movies, his costume is literally just the cape and helmet.
There's a
Well, that's
weird
because
uniform.
the movies were made during that period where they were ashamed to be making comic book movies.
Yeah, and they had to justify the helmet because
Why did you
even
fuck
they were
that
like,
up?
"Oh, it looks stupid," but it's like, no, it doesn't. It's
Bun
like a
needed the
friggin'
cape.
Roman centurion helmet.
What the fuck? I just lagged hard.
Yeah, same.
I only got... I'll have to collect,
I
like...
mean, why do you keep picking bad obbies?
Is there a good obby? It's because you were playing that damn song with a naked Wolverine. That probably kills you. Yep.
What song was he even playing?
Only maybe.
Yeah. And I played Butterbarn drums. Oh. I just heard oof. Tommy Tallarico's noise that he made.
Remember, he's trying. He's like, I own that, even though Joey Curtis's kid made it.
He has some kind of deal though where he gets paid somehow.
Which he shouldn't. He doesn't own it.
Hey, it was made by a dude that worked at his company. His mother is very proud. Damn it. I forgot. He tells.
Also, where are the One Piece people?
Huh?
I am so not a fan of the AI voice.
I love it. Oh, you saw the Straw Hats?
Are you farther ahead?
Wait, did you not run into Straw Hats?
What?
Did you run into Straw Hats? There you are.
Yes.
Okay, I thought that was just a coincidence that you mentioned them and then Straw Hats.
Wait, what? The Sonic movie franchise has only just crossed $1 billion at the box office.
Well, the first two movies sucked ass.
Didn't the Mario movie on its own make $1 billion?
It might have.
That
Fuck.
reminds me, I just found out, like, a couple hours ago, even adjusted for inflation, Batman 1989 did not make $1 billion.
Wait, is that what people kept saying?
Well, I just always think of it as one of the most successful comic book movies of all time, and it's, like, just barely in the top 10 when you adjust for inflation.
You can't do that. That requires facts. We don't use
What about
those.
Bino?
It doesn't even place.
Really? The Bino movie didn't make it?
The 1966 one?
Yeah.
Adam
Yeah,
West
no.
Batman? Oh, there's...
Oh. Why would that be one of the top 10 most successful?
Because Bino was mega popular. He
Yeah,
was...
on TV, but I don't think people were going to the theaters for it.
Mon, did you just jump on the same thing I did? Nobody was going to...
Just love how they pitch shifted it down.
Yeah, so they don't get sued by Tommy Tallarico.
The hack.
I'd go see Bino in a theater. I'd see Bino in a UMD.
To be fair,
No, I wouldn't.
I will say, I think Tommy Tallarico is less of a fraud than Honey.
I have heard about this, but I have not watched any of the videos. Oh, shit.
Basically, Honey will steal any affiliate credit if you so much as touch the thing.
What? Wait, what is Honey?
On paper, it's supposed to be like a, thing that finds you coupons. But the thing is, it doesn't find you the best coupons if they have a deal for coupons.
Honey is bee vomit? Banned.
And also, they basically screw over anybody that they, like, do a brand deal with. Because if you use Honey, Honey gets 100% of the affiliate money.
So, the people actually selling the stuff get nothing?
Mm-hmm.
How did they pull that
there's currently
off?
multiple class action lawsuits filing against them right now.
How did they pull that off?
Nobody noticed. Somehow.
So basically they just stole product and sold it, in a way.
Oh yeah, they've made billions doing this.
Oh my god, that's like mega fraud. That's like government black site once they catch you. Like you made enough to buy like a country. That's Duxu. I would buy many ducks with $1 billion.
Like the one that annoys me the most is
I'd buy the whole species.
you can run Honey, it can find nothing, but they'll still steal the affiliate credit.
Wait, what's affiliate credit?
Okay, the explanation people said was, you know how, like, if you go buy something at a store and, like, somebody signs something so they get the credit for the purchase. What Honey would do is pull you aside, maybe do nothing but like write their name over the other person's name so they get the credit.
The fuck? I said I favorited this
Like,
level, but I didn't.
There are multiple times I almost tried Honey, but I just knew something was off with that whole system because it's like, how do you make your money? Because, like, you're not making a coupon book thing from the goodness of your heart if you're able to, like, you know, fork out the cash to get, like, YouTubers to pimp your app.
Yay! That means there's a lot of
browser extension.
there's a lot of YouTubers that are gonna be.
Oh yeah, they're getting in on that class action lawsuit.
Oh, I thought maybe they were sussed. I thought they were the imposters.
It's just common practice for YouTubers, and they're hawking something to not thoroughly research it.
Which, yeah, this makes them look really bad again. All you gotta do is talk to it and jump off that thing.
The only person
They
that
can look at that
vocally
more than
was
once.
against Honey day one is apparently Markiplier.
Oh yeah, I think he's been making videos about it.
That, like, he said on, like, some stream a couple of years ago, he does not trust Honey.
You assumed they were gonna sell your data from the get-go, but weren't prepared for them to bogart any commission. Woo! Oh!
Yeah, it's just the fact that they're stealing, you know, for, like, affiliate links and stuff. You know, because the whole point of the affiliate link is to credit the person that got you to buy the thing in the first place.
Oh, so YouTubers weren't getting anything from it either.
Mm-hmm. Like, they would get YouTubers to promote Honey, but then
Wouldn't
the
give them
same
anything.
YouTubers on other things were not getting a dime from it because Honey was stealing the affiliate money.
Alright, I'm ready
So,
for a
like,
different crust.
imagine how many people to support a YouTuber used their affiliate code to buy something like, I don't know, gamer subs.
And they kept
But
all
then
that money.
Honey pockets their money.
I thought they were somehow pocketing the money for the product too. Like they weren't paying the people that they got the product from. Like if somebody bought gamer subs, they'd keep the money for the gamer subs. They're just keeping.
No.
They're just not paying the people promoting them.
Bad.
Yeah, they're just not
It's
paying
still
anybody
pretty
that
bad.
promotes them. Yeah, well, yeah, because they paid or they said they were going to pay somebody to promote them, and then didn't.
Well, I'm sure they were paying the people that promoted Honey, but the fact that they're like also robbing them from like other brand deals is extra scummy.
Toy Factory Tycoon.
Like, oh, did you leave this one?
I did because it wouldn't let me mount and try to get up a thing.
But yeah, it's just how
Ew.
did they not get noticed?
Because nobody researched them or listened to Markiplier.
Well, to be fair, he just said that like off the cuff in like a stream years ago. Because it's like, this is very weird. I do not like this.
Oh, that's right. I have Beaterby Barker, but I'm not using that.
This does not look like party hips.
Yeah, emotes are bad. What about crip walking?
There is no way Crip Walking is Lego approved.
It's Snoop walking. Damn it. It's not Lego approved.
Oh no, my progress is gone.
Progress? Bon
I'm
Bon?
not seeing my progress.
Bon Bon? What do you mean progress?
This one sucks, by the way.
Does it?
It's one of those where it expects you to come back after so many real world hours.
Bon Bon! Why didn't you warn me you've... Damn you, Lego. Why didn't you warn me that... What's a good tycoon?
Jumanji Tycoon.
No, the fuck. We're not going there again. Wasn't that the zoo one?
Yes. What's the one I've been doing? Well, if we leave, I can cue that one up.
Fine. I'm very mad that that's a
'Cause
sentence you
it's
said.
the one I tend to do while I'm watching Bleach. Which, by the way, within a week, I am on, like, episode, like, what, 160, and I have only skipped, like, 75 episodes.
Only?
Like, if it
I
seems like
actually
the
like
whole
role for mental
episode's a
games.
flashback, I skip it. If it's the Mount arc, I skip it. If it sounds like filler, I skip it.
At least the filler arcs had the decency to tell you you're in for a filler arc. Like, this is a side story.
I watched 4 out of 5 filler episodes about some dead kid that I just did not care about.
No, the filler is awful. Oh, it's ready. It's ready. It's ready. Time for... What is that? Christmas what?
Mansion Tycoon.
Don't make the mouth noises.
Why not?
The Bount arc had good music. Did it? I was so bored that I forgot it all.
My favorite part about skipping the Bount arc is how many instances they forced the Bount arc to sound like it wasn't filler. But, like, they even have Ichigo fight a figment of his imagination of Mr. Bountman when he's turning into a hollow.
Oh, the anime tried to work him in.
You know, it's like a big defining moment of his past.
You read the manga while listening to the show soundtrack? Yeah, that's a way to do it.
And apparently I looked into it. Apparently Bleach, the manga, was not canceled.
No, I think it finished out.
No, like, the ending was rushed, but, apparently, Kubo did that because of, like, physical and mental health reasons. Which also makes it extra weird given he's apparently trying to tell an entirely new arc in Bleach exclusively through one-shots.
What?
Yeah, he's like trying to tell the Hell arc or something, and it's like, couldn't you, like, I don't know, bring Bleach back if you're trying to tell a new story arc?
5,000 for another dropper? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Bun, what is this tycoon?
It makes so much money.
I never fully read the ending. I just read everything that happened, basically.
Well, you're supposed to get mad at the new anime because it's woke.
You're right. It's got DEI chin.
Remember, it doesn't help there's no problem with the old cartoon, even though in like the major cast you have like a half Mexican man and a black woman, but because now they're voiced by a Mexican man and a black woman, now it's woke.
Corvo is furious. Even though you read the manga. Well, I mean, that's the whole point, is people calling it woke never actually had any interaction with a lot of it.
Also, for some reason, they cut out a lot of the fan service those chapters that the manga had.
Yoruichi was a DEI hire. What?
Well,
Fan
like
service was cut out?
Like I mentioned last time we were hanging out, the Rukia scene where, like, in a comedy skit, she's, like, you know, floating face down in, like, a hot spring or something, and you can see her butt, but in
Her
the
Botox.
anime version, they just removed her butt.
Butt erasure.
I mean, I'm sure if I really looked, there would probably be more people like, ooh, any scene with Rangiku got censored.
No, that's just too far. She's the Rouge the Bat Soul Reaper, and I will not stand for that.
I will say, watching Bleach, I'm very uncomfortable with the Orihime situation.
Yeah, because she's underage.
Well, it's not just that, it's the fact that they also like to remind you she's underage.
Kubo's a sex pest.
Can you believe she's only 15?
Ah!
Yeah.
But how old was she during Leak Spin?
15.
Yeah, I know.
Also, it's very strange how in, like, the first couple episodes she's in, her bust size is, like, fine. And then she just suffers from whatever ailment Nami from One Piece has. I wonder if the 1,000-Year Blood War anime adaptation still tries to shoehorn bound people in.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Like, I'm not even sure why they did that to that extent, where it's like they need to force them into like almost every battle and they contribute nothing because they weren't in the original manga.
Yeah. Nami was looking very One Piece by the Arrancar saga, yeah. Kubo is kind of sex pesty, because remember when weird creepy hold on
has that one friend that's like always trying to grope her.
No, but even worse, remember weird creepy doctor during the fight with weird creepy Dr. Arrancar? He like feels up and makes his assistant orgasm to pull some weapon out of her or something.
I haven't gotten that far.
Oh, you haven't seen like the Arrancar saga before?
I've seen some of it.
Yeah. I don't
So,
entirely
like-
remember what all happens, but it's very bad. Like, other characters are watching as he's groping her to get something from her.
But, like, also, it just feels like Kubo thinks lesbians are the funniest thing ever. Because, you have Orihime's sexual assailant friend that's always trying to grope
Oh,
her,
yeah.
is awful. But, the
Do they
one
keep
that's
bringing
more
back other
okay
and
is
other-
just the visored lady that just really enjoys looking at swimsuit magazines. And that is apparently both the setup and the payoff to a joke, I guess.
Sounds legit. Yeah, the Bount guys come back all the time, Corvo. Like, there's the three of them that turn into, like, sidekicks and stick around a bit. I think by the
Well-
end of Arankar, they're gone.
Okay, but
I think.
the funny thing is just in any extended Bleach media, because like anime stuff will tend to reference like any character under the sun attached to the IP. They don't do that for Bounce.
That was just a slog to get through. And I realized after that, because I was like, I was a purist. I'm like, I'm gonna watch the whole thing, the whole anime. And then I watched that and I was like, never again.
I pieced out when they interrupted the Save Orihime arc.
Yeah, for the bounce shit.
Ichigo beat Gringel
Yeah.
in a fight for another filler arc. It's like, nope, I ain't watching this anymore.
Oh, that's when the second filler arc happened? When did the Bound arc show up? I remember them.
before the Arankars.
That's right, yeah. And then after the Grimjow fight, they're like, we have another side story. I was like, no.
Yeah, the way they do it too is like, oh yeah, I forgot about this long storyline that happened at some point before now. Who cares? Watch it.
You made it to the living sword shit and stopped? That's a really stupid arc. Where their Zanbakutos gain their own
Yes,
life.
I did not watch the Living Sword arc.
I just got 2099 monies while using Spider-Man 2099 and looking at his cake. Anyway. Yeah, I really was done after Bount. I was like, no more. So I didn't see any of that. I've seen clips of it, and it's stupid.
I'm trying to think how I handled the Bount arc. I think I tried originally watching it. Then I was aware it was filler, so it was just kind of keeping tabs on when it was over. I might have watched some of the final battle, but I don't remember.
Earn it at the parkour. Where's the parkour?
And then I just continued.
Fullbringer
until-
arc will feel like filler, but sadly it's main.
Yes, I know the Fullbringer arc is canon. 'Cause
Yeah.
Ichigo is more of a Mary Sue than Sora from Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts.
Because he always finds a way to gain whatever
He
power
has every
shows up.
power system set up in Bleach.
Yep, he becomes a visored, he becomes a Fullbringer. There's always some dumb excuse for why he can. Yeah.
Well, I believe he's like 1/3 Soul Reaper,
Yeah.
1/3 Quincy, 1/3 Hollow.
So, yeah, like his... Well, first it's like, oh, his mom... I'm glad you reminded me of that. Like in Fullbringer, they're like, oh, since his mom was attacked by a Hollow, that means he can become a Fullbringer. Because that's like the prerequisite. You have to be attacked by a Hollow or some shit, and his mom was while she was pregnant. And then they were like, in the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, they're like, oh, his mom was also a Quincy. Like, wait, what? The fuck? How did this not come up sooner? You're definitely making this up as you go.
No. You say that, but
He had plans.
the blanket on Ichigo's bed is the Quincy cross thing.
So it was planned?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was planned.
Oh. But the Fullbringer arc will still feel like filler. I mean, it's not as bad, but like watching it is like, man, this is so different than anything else, and I just don't care.
I am aware that's the first thing that happens post time jump.
Yep.
And it's like sort of a soft reset, I guess.
I mean, have you heard how it ends?
No.
Well, I can give you a minor spoiler.
I mean, I know he gets his soul reaper powers back.
So it was all for
but-
nothing. All it ends up doing is changing his Bankai look a little bit. It's like, that's all that happened? Really? Yeah. He gets his Soul Reaper power back, and it was all for nothing. Well, it's all for nothing for another reason, but I don't want to entirely spoil that. But it leads to him getting his Soul Reaper power back. It's like, wow, this really was all for nothing. Okay. Cool. It sucked.
Okay.
I think it...
In my current
I don't think it was longer than the
rewatch,
Bone arc.
Exactly where I'm at, Ruki is being attacked by a crazy man in Waco Mundo. And everybody's in the, darn, I'm forgetting the name of the things.
Is she getting attacked by the eyeball dude?
No, she's being attacked by, like, a crazy Soul Reaper that's just been in Waco Mundo for some reason.
Are you sure you're not watching filler? I don't remember that. You might be sucked into filler.
Hang on, let me try and remember the name of the giant things.
I'm trying to remember who that is.
I mean, I know they're the Gillian, but, why am I blanking so hard on the hollow names?
There's Gillian, Ajuka, I think, and Vasto
Yeah,
Loris.
Menos Grande.
Yeah, they're a type
they're
of
in
Gillian.
the Menos Forest.
I don't remember that very well. It's been like years.
Well, like,
but...
they just recently met Nell. People are kind of stupid because they had just learned before meeting Nell that humanoid-looking Orion cars are among the strongest, and they're hanging out with one that looks like a human toddler.
Oh yeah, the girl?
Yeah. Well, like, they even make a point that they're confused how a human got in Waco Mundo. And this is like maybe 20 minutes after being told that the more human they look, the stronger they are.
Oh yeah, I think... Does she have amnesia or something?
I think she's got amnesia, and she's also, like, regressed into a child form.
Which isn't...
She's like... I forget what number she is. Like 3 or something.
Yeah, she's like the former 3, I think. Or maybe current, I don't even fucking remember.
Well, I assume former. Given she apparently, obviously, wants none of that Espada life.
Yeah. She may or may not be another Rouge the Bat like later on. Because that's how they all...
she has like massive under boob or something.
Yeah. She's a waifu. Oh.
She's like the reverse of Jewelry Bonnie.
Yeah. People, well, I've seen people goon for Jewelry Bonnie, and that worries me. I got 50,000. No, I didn't get 50,000 experience. What the fuck?
She's
That was
in a
money?
very weird area because it's like,
I mean, she is basically an adult when she ages herself up.
Oh, okay, but what I mean is, she had just been, out there for like over a decade before the plot twist.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, that's...
lots of artwork was made with people just being completely unaware.
Odo was just trying to get them all arrested. I love playing Tycoons while talking about Bleach. Oh.
Oh, don't you worry. I have more than Bleach on my docket. Because I was taking full advantage of that sale. I'm not sure if it's still going on Amazon, but like pretty much almost everything Viz Media put out, anime-wise, is on sale.
Still?
I picked up... I should check for you, but it could be. Like, I strongly recommend picking up the entire Hunter x Hunter series, because that one was like $3.99 a season.
Damn.
Yeah. On top of picking that up just so I can have it like on demand, I picked up the entire, not movie, but just the anime run of the original Naruto. For some reason, Shippuden was not on sale. But the original Naruto run's still, like, I think, longer than original Dragon Ball, so I have a lot to watch. And I'm praying Naruto will benefit greatly from not trying to watch it on Toonami when they feel like showing new episodes. Because, oh my god, the arcs in Naruto were just so painful.
Because of all the filler? Or no, just watching them one by one?
It wasn't really filler, it was just padded to all heck. Like, we spent so much time fighting Zabuza and Haku on a bridge. You felt like they were going to be main characters for the whole show.
At least they weren't on a boat for 7 years.
In said arc, and yes, they do come back as like reanimated zombies at some point in Shippuden, but like that's beyond the point.
Kento Miura kept taking breaks from Berserk, so they ended up being in the boat arc for about, I think it was like 10 years.
Don't you worry, Hunter x Hunter is picking up that slack.
Yep. That's what I've heard.
They are literally in a over decade-long boat arc.
Boat arcs, woo!
But one thing I will say about Hunter x Hunter, because I cannot praise it enough, he's at least doing things in his boat arc that are insanely interesting.
They actually are on a boat?
Well, it's like a weird super tanker submarine boat thing. That's got like a mega city in it. But the thing is, like, there's a royal family having like a succession war where they're like killing each other. And there's like 1,000 moving parts.
Where did my Abi level go?
But one of the fascinating parts about this arc, the main character of the series is not present for it.
Why not?
Because he has currently lost his powers, so he returned to normal life.
Gantz did something like that too. But I did not buy it for a second.
What I'm expecting is when everybody makes it to their destination, everything's gonna go horribly wrong, and he'll have to force himself out of retirement.
That's it? 555 per coin? What a fucking waste. Bun, where's the parkour? I lost it. Oh, it's outside. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, Corvo. That's gotta be funny because Hunter x Hunter gets pretty messed up.
It does?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things. Is especially if you watch the anime, it lulls you into a sense that's gonna be like some happy-go-lucky kids friendly thing, and then it just starts getting like more messed up than Yu Yu Hakusho ever got. And then, like, 2 arcs in, you got people, like, biting entire chunks of people's heads off.
Yeah, Gantz gets pretty bad. Berserk gets pretty bad, too. Berserk gets, like, almost government blacklist bad. Well, no, it really does. And it's like, why?
Well, part of it was deliberately trying to cover touchy
Oh, yeah.
topics.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't like a Rurouni Kenshin guy. Wasn't necessarily trying to mimic what he was out there buying.
Yeah, it was more like, he just wanted to challenge himself, I guess. You know, like, I want to make a chapter where the main character, even if it's through extra steps, is murdering children.
Who, Guts?
Yeah.
I don't remember murdering children.
Well, like I said, with extra steps where they're like fairies or
yeah.
something.
Well, and also, well, I don't want to fully mention it, but bad things happen to him when he's a child. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Leave it at that. And it's like illustrated, and that made me not. Or Casca.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Costco,
Yeah. And Griffin. Or Griffith. Fake fan. Damn
my
it.
favorite part about how I watched some of the Berserk anime was somebody made this really weird, like, edit of the entire 90s anime. But their way around it, just being an upload of it, is they would just sometimes cut in, like, outtake audio just to confuse you.
Yeah, they illustrated more than I thought they would too. When they showed that, I was like, I could not really even look. I had to skim. I was like, I gotta skim. This is bad.
Yeah, I've heard the rape scenes kind of goes on longer than it needs to.
Yeah, the Griffith one definitely. This stuff could have happened off panel and been implied, and I'd have been okay.
I think that's how they handle it in the 90s anime, from what I remember.
Yeah. And then Gantz just has all kinds of not safe horny art that worries me. I guess the characters were 16.
I think Gant. I don't even
They're
know
not doing anything. They're just
Well, I'm just trying
naked.
to think like
It's weird.
what the dude was even going for with Gantz, other than uber edgy, violent.
Kind of, yeah. And they kept bragging about being like the #1 of a certain kind of manga and whatever on the cover and the first page and everything. And it's like, dog, who cares? You're kind of Tommy Tallaricoing here.
Well,
Your moms
did he
would be
say
proud.
His mother is very proud.
Yep. #1 non-shonen jump manga. Our mothers are very proud. I forget what they said they were #1 in.
I'm trying to
Rebirth.
think what would... I mean, like what? Attack on Titan would be that?
Oh yeah, I guess that's not shonen. Well, yeah, if they don't look like anime characters, they're generally not
I'm saying
shonen.
Shonen Jump, specifically.
Wait, Shonen Jump is Attack on Titan? I mean,
No,
vice versa?
no. I'm saying like the #1 non-Shonen Jump manga.
Well, I think it was Gantz for a while, and then after that, maybe Berserk at one point?
Because if we're saying well, okay, I need to specify. Shonen Jump's a brand, while Shonen is a genre/age demographic for
Oh, yeah.
manga.
What about B
'Cause,
Shonen?
Above Shonen is Seinen, which is the 18 to 40 demographic.
What a big demographic.
Well, I think it's more they just figure people over
Ye-
the age of 40 probably won't really care to read manga.
And yeah, the Casca stuff was like a fucking full-length hentai thing. Yeah, not,
I mean, my favorite sign-in is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because it made that jump weirdly.
What jump?
From Shonen Jump to Ultra Jump, which is Shonen Jump's sign-in monthly magazine.
Oh, it used to...
It did that in the middle of Part 7 because Araki just did not want to hit those weekly deadlines. And one thing I find interesting about that was his editor was telling him now that he's in a sign-in magazine, he can go a little wilder with it if he wants, and he's like, no, not really.
So he doesn't do anything to really be there? He just did it for the deadline? Because, I mean, I know JoJo
like
gets
the
gross.
Sex violence category, but he does spend an entire chapter of JoJo's Part 8 teaching you about parfaits for some reason.
Yeah. JoJo gets kind of full of itself a little bit sometimes.
The part that had me tap out from trying to read Part 8 as it was getting fan translated was a stag beetle fight that went on for like 8 months.
What?
Yeah.
Why did a stag beetle fight go on that long?
Josuke of Part 8, which people tend to call Gappy, because he has like a gap between his teeth, he was like, trying to lull his, like, adoptive brother into a sense of security because he knew something, but he didn't want him to know.
Oops.
And somehow they arrived at stag beetle fight for accomplishing this.
But why did it have to go so long?
I don't know. It's very strange. I do want to also start reading the newest part, because part of the fun of it is it's very evident Araki watched Breaking Bad.
Oh no. Someone is shooting.
Oh yeah, that's how you make your big bucks.
Killing the gingerbread people.
No, I'm shooting the candy cane bag.
Oh yeah. Where'd you get a fucking machine gun?
Arsenal tier 1.
You
Or tier
rebirthed?
2.
Oh wait a minute. No, that's not it. That's.
But yeah,
I just have
I'm
launchers.
seriously hoping Part 7 gets a anime adaptation.
Feels like
My
just
favorite
yesterday they
part.
announced the prison one.
Well, no, they just finished that like a year ago.
Yeah, I know. It feels like just yesterday they announced it, and I've already watched the whole way through.
But Part 7's in a weird spot because, you know, it's a different universe.
Yeah. Don't they eventually go back to the main one?
No.
Oh, I thought they were... I thought I heard they were talking about it.
I mean, if they do, it's not anything that's happened yet.
Part 7 has a... Or no, is it 6? Did you say 7 was the new universe one?
Yes.
6 has a weird fucking ending.
Yeah, a lot of people like to read into the end of Part 6 as, oh, that made the Steel Ball Run universe, but Rocket said, no, it didn't.
Yeah, how the hell would it do that? All it did was reset a chunk of the... It just, well, remade the universe up to a certain point.
I mean, there is a Jotaro Kujo in Part 8 that never appears on screen. Though I think his name's more like Jotaro Era.
Is there a Giorno?
No. The Dio does not survive past Part 7.
Well, yeah, I figured they weren't gonna have Dio be multi-villain or multi-arc villain again, or multi-part or whatever. There's a game that crosses them all over, and the Dios talk.
Well, part of the fun with Part 7 is there's actually 2 Dios.
Oh.
There's the one that turns into a velociraptor, and then there's the one that's basically Part 3 Dio that just gets ripped out of another timeline.
Oh. Don't spoil too much. I have to read it. Well, I kind of want to... Well, I did start reading Part 1, and it was just going to work my way through. I need to get back to that, because it's all in Shonen Jump. Or the Shonen Jump app.
Wait, is Part 7 on it?
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's not, because it hasn't been translated, right?
Well, not officially.
Yeah, fuck. It does stop at the prison one. I remember now. God damn it. Why have they not translated it yet?
I don't know.
It's not that
One thing
new.
I like is that they spend like 3 chapters in Detroit.
A fate worse than death.
But one thing I really do like about Part 7 is that Johnny Joestar is not the main character. It's Gyro Cephalate.
Oh. Isn't there a Jonathan Joestar equivalent that's like crippled?
Yeah, that's Johnny Joestar.
Oh yeah, duh. He rides a horse.
Yes. And he has a very gross... Because
Doesn't he fire his nails or something off?
yes. And he can... I forget what he does to grow them back over the course of a single day.
You can only fire each nail like once and then has to grow them
Yeah,
back.
he shoots his nail off.
I thought they regenerated or something.
Well, like, not instantaneously.
What a useless power.
I would not, complain about how useless his power is until you read it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's strong.
He's got one of the most overpowered stand abilities.
They have stands?
Okay, to explain part 7, it was originally not marketed as JoJo's until, like, you know, it made the jump, the Ultra Jump, but, initially it had its own analog for Hamon, but then, like, what, 20 chapters in, stands just started creeping in until they're like, screw it.
So it's just right back to it.
I do like that they stick with using spin and stands at the same time.
Yeah, because I think Hammond, well, when they first introduced stands, they try to say it's Hammond, like, channeled into the stands as, like, an extension of the person, and then that just gets forgotten later and later.
Heck, Araki even mentions Hamon in an explanation about stands in part 7.
Yeah.
Even though Hamon is not in part 7.
And then I think
he just says both spin and Hamon are gateways to obtaining a stand.
Yeah. But then I think nobody directly uses Hamon again until Joseph does when he's old. I think he channels it through his, like, Vine stand. His really shitty stand he has. I think, wasn't it to fight Dio or something? I don't remember. I think he kills a vampire or something with it. No, they never fully explain why Jotaro can use Zowarudo, but I think it's because Dio is using the body of Jonathan, so his stand might be coming from that.
The implication is that, like, Dio was being, like, a parasite to the Joestar bloodline or something.
Yeah. So the world was already kind of a Joestar stand to begin with.
Yeah.
That was my assumption anyway. I guess it's technically fan wanking.
Yeah, but that's kind of how it was explained.
But then he helps make that weird cosmic stand that ruins and rebuilds the universe. I forget, how do they beat him? Doesn't Weather Report, his stand inside Baseball Kid, do it? Baseball Kid did it.
Poochie,
Yeah.
Emporio, I believe, just kills him by asphyxiation.
Yeah, and then why does the universe keep restarting though? Because he dies while it's happening or something?
I think it's Poochie was trying to, you know, make the world in his ideal image, and once he died, it course corrected to a close enough approximation of what it used to be.
Yeah, pretty much everybody was dead and kind of remade. But it was more like new versions of them. The old versions are gone.
Just from like a universe where Dio didn't make their lives suck.
Oh wait, was Dio completely erased?
I believe so.
Oh, I thought it was just Poochie that was erased. I thought it was everything up to basically the beginning of Jolene's shit was the same, except hers.
Jolene's entire life is way better off.
That's what I mean. I think because Poochie wasn't around, she didn't... I think all the Dio shit still happened, but Poochie's the one that fucked her life up, so since he didn't exist, new Jolene didn't have any of that happen.
Well, it's also implied the Jotaro of that universe wasn't like a deadbeat dad.
Oh. Why did he stop being a deadbeat dad?
I don't know.
Because he wasn't a deadbeat because of Poochie. He was a deadbeat because he was just a deadbeat. He just went around... Wasn't he trying to make sure that no more Dios sprung up or something by investigating shit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dio was probably just not in that timeline, so he had no reason to do any of that crap.
But then wouldn't he not even meet anybody to make Jolene? It would change his life entirely.
Well, we never learn who Jolene's mother is, I believe.
It's Dio. Dio's head on a woman's body. That'd be hot. I'm gonna stop reading the Dragon Ball Super manga and just start reading JoJo again.
Do it.
The manga, actually the Super manga is better than the fucking show at least. There's a lot of differences that kind of streamline things. Like, Goku only once tries the Kaioken as Blue, and it doesn't work, and he's like, fuck it. Like, he tries it against Jiren once, I think gets one hit on him, then he's like, oh, that blew up fast, fuck. And then he just doesn't do it again, and Vegeta doesn't necessarily get that Blue 2 form he gets. He does something similar where he powers up and, like, kind of blasts Toppo away, and that's it.
Like, as far as I'm aware, the main issue with the Super manga is when Toyotaro is forced to make something completely up on his own, and then that's how you end up with Ultra Ego and crap like that.
Yeah, because wasn't it Toei that was responsible for the Animu?
Yeah.
So they're the ones that made up, like, the big Kaioken Blue form thing, when that's really not that much of a thing. They also made up Saiyan Rage. That didn't even happen, period. Like, well, Trunks Super 2, I guess, was so powerful at that point that he matched Goku's Super 3. But then, other than that, he was useless. Like, Saiyan Rage didn't happen.
Well, then again, it would be like Saiyan over God Super Saiyan 3 Goku, so never mind.
Wait, what?
That would still be Goku post God boost. So that's still kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. And he didn't get to do the Spirit Sword either, because everybody in the future ended up getting murdered. But they still do that bullshit. Actually, and Zamasu doesn't do that thing where he corrupts the whole universe. He just keeps splitting into other Zamasus for reasons they never explain. And then they still summon Zenosama. Yeah. And he's just like, I don't like this, and he deletes everything. Because they were like, he sees that everybody's dead, and he's like, hey, did that dickhead do this? And they're like, yeah. He's like, I hate this world, and he blows it all up. And they're like, wait a minute, no! So Goku accidentally gets that universe deleted. When they didn't even need to delete the whole universe, because he wasn't infecting it all. He just kept splitting into other Zamasus.
Yeah, at least in the anime, I think Zamasu, not really paying full attention because he was, like, ethereal at that point, tried attacking Zeno, so he's like, okay, you're done now.
Yeah, well, and he saw the whole universe was, like, fucking corrupted. Like, space turned into Zamasu. It was gross. Yeah. It was... I hate that. So I guess the Black Ark wasn't quite as poopy, but it was still kind of poopy. Trunks and Mai still run off and live in a timeline with themselves. Their timeline is gone.
I don't know why that was a thing.
Yeah, like you destroyed a historical part of the fucking franchise. Thanks. Now he's just living in a copy.
You know what you do? You keep Trunks around for the Tournament of Power. Get rid of the whole losing universes get blown up thing.
Yeah.
And have the wish at the end be bring back his timeline without Zamasu.
You know what's scary? So in the anime, Xenu. I'll just call him Xenu. Xenu is like, this was all part of the plan. I was gonna destroy you if you didn't choose to revive everybody. In the manga, that wasn't the plan. He actually did want to just call the universes. He was tired of them. He's like, fuck it, this is too much to manage. And then he just lived with them, bringing them back. He can still decide at any point that he wants to destroy them, because he did want to destroy them. In the anime, they're just like, oh no, this was just a test. and it wasn't in the manga, which is scary. I guess they decided that was too much.
Well, I think in the anime it's just implied he was doing it for Goku's benefit.
Well, he says after
Tournament.
after 17 revives him, either he or the Grand Prix says, like, yeah, if you'd chosen not to do this, we would have destroyed you. We wanted to, like, we were trying to see if the universes were becoming better or they were all going to be selfish. Because if they were all going to be selfish, we were just going to delete you all. So that wish saved everything. But in the manga, it's just random chance. 17 could have wished for the boat, and that would have been that. Everybody would just be dead. Like, everybody that lost would be dead. They wouldn't have brought them back. Just the top 5 universes and the winner of the tournament. Which is terrifying. I really don't like that. I hate that. That means Xenu is an asshole. Double Xenus. And the Grand Priest, because he's just all for it, too. He's like, yeah, you're gone.
One thing I've been... okay. What I'm gonna get into was Daima related.
Oh.
Would you be fine with that?
I need to catch up on it. There's enough episodes now where I can binge it.
Okay, well... The people where it's like Dharma isn't canon, it's like they kind of explain the creator god equivalent to Zeno, and it's like...
So it could still be canon? Or is he replacing
I
it?
don't know how people get the idea it's not canon. It's like all they have to do is refuse Reno and Supreme Kai by the end, and everything's fine.
I do
It's
hate...
like, oh yeah, Vegeta having Super Saiyan 3. It makes perfect sense for him to never use it again once he obtains Blue.
Do they explain how he gets it in Daima?
He trained off screen.
Yep. I mean, I know Toriyama goes back on his shit all the time, but... Because he originally said you could only reach it by being dead and training with infinite energy for eons, basically, like Goku did. It's not something a mortal's supposed to be able to do, but fuck it. Everything... All of his rules get forgotten eventually. Who cares?
I mean, I do believe Goku complains that Vegeta obtained it. Like, what?
Oh, yeah. Well, and even then, it's supposed to be useless to, like, mortals, too, since, you know, they don't have infinite stamina.
Well, the thing is, Vegeta's is supposed to be unique in that I think it's supposed to be, like, mastered Super Saiyan 3.
Huh.
So he doesn't have as much of an energy drain as Goku does.
That makes even less sense. He fucking mastered it as... Okay, whatever. I've always accepted that Toriyama just does whatever. But,
I mean, he could just be lying because it is Vegeta, but, you know.
Yeah. In the manga, they master Super Saiyan Blue when they lose the aura. Well, they do something weird. They channel the energy so it's only inside of them, and that makes them more powerful. So they don't have a visible aura anymore, and it's supposed to be way stronger, but it burns them out. Because Blue is a lot more of an energy drain and a problem in the manga. It's the Tournament of Power, basically, it's half as long, and Goku doesn't keep, you know, he doesn't lose his power, then get it back and do it again and again and again. And he only does Ultra Instinct, like, he starts to kind of learn it and then only does it once. Because of Master Roshi. Well, he starts to kind of do it on his own, then Master Roshi accidentally sort of teaches him it. And, yeah. That's what I like about the manga, is it doesn't... The Tournament of Power, they don't just keep ass-pulling stamina and power and shit. Like, they don't just pull Super Saiyan Blue out every other minute after being supposedly drained of stamina.
Yeah, one of my only real issues with Blue is how in the anime there's, like, no reason to not use it when you have it.
Yep. Because it's just infinite power use. It's you seemingly never get tired from it. They say you do, but you never actually see anybody get tired from it.
I would make it maybe like one of those forms where you wouldn't really feel tired from using it, but you would have a finite amount of time you could use it a day.
Yeah. Manga at least streamlines things, though, and makes it cost something. And it's Gohan that fights Kefla, and they eliminate each other, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it did not make sense for why Super Saiyan 1 Kefla was that powerful.
Oh, you know, yeah, so Caulifla, she never even goes, like, fully berserk. She doesn't turn all beefy. She starts to, and they say she's the legendary Super Saiyan, but she never ends up looking like Broly. And then that's when... Caulifla's the big one, right?
Yeah.
And then
no, Kale.
Kale, yeah, Kale starts doing that. And then Caulifla fuses with her just to help her gain control. So they're pretty powerful still, and it's only Gohan that fights. Those fused Namekians, you only see Namekians, there's no backstory to them. You don't know anything about them, you just see two guys that look like Piccolo, and they just get, like, eliminated. I think Frieza knocks them out or some shit. There's no backstory to it. And Gohan and Piccolo never work together and do team things. It's just, Piccolo gets eliminated, I forget how, but it's bullshit. He gets, like, blindsided or something. He gets blindsided by a little microscopic dickhead. And then 17 is like, I have really good hearing. And finds him and beats him, and then Gohan fights Kefla. Which I like more, because... Well, I don't know. The fused Namekians were kind of cool, but... They were just jobbers in the manga.
Thing is, with Daima, they could be way more interesting now. Now that we have, like, additional Nameki. Well, then again, we don't have a proper species name. Because calling them Namekians kind of stupid when they're not all from one random planet.
Wait, the Namekians?
Yeah, you know, because, like, there shouldn't be a Namek in Universe 6, let alone the fact that the Namekians are refugees that happened to go to Namek.
Wait a minute, is Universe 6 in Daima? Oh shit.
Well, they do mention the multiple universes, but, no. They more explain the origins of the Namekians.
Oh.
You know, because anything with pointy ears is a demon species.
So they go back to being demons?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. They do kind of explain it. They're no longer an alien race entirely.
Well, they're an alien race. They're just
Demons.
extra-dimensional aliens. Demons.
Good.
That demons aren't inherently evil in the Dragon Ball universe.
Well, I mean...
Because remember, Mr. Popo is a demon.
Oh yeah. He is. And Dragon Ball Abridged makes him scary, and it's funny. Well, Namekian... Piccolo's my favorite, and probably Namekians are, I think, my favorite race, but there's no girls. I can't goon to any of them. I guess you never fully... Well, you do see female Saiyans. They're at least implied to exist. So you can goon. I'm trying to remember what else the manga does differently.
Right, another thing I remember is when Daima was explaining the Supreme Kai's origins, and people were shocked and appalled by it. It's like, but this is just crap Toriyama has said in, like, interviews and stuff for decades.
So he didn't just make it all up as he goes?
Yeah, like, he's explained before Daima was even a thing that they're essentially fruit that was grown off of a tree.
There's only an anime of Daima, right?
Yes.
Lame. Till Toyotaro starts making a manga and changing things.
Well, the only thing in that regard is it's pretty safe to say the super manga is on hold until Daima is done. Because he's probably going to start working in Daima concepts once it's off hiatus.
Well, supposedly, like in the manga, they credit the writing to Toriyama and the art to Toyotaro, but I do wonder how much of that is just marketing, so people don't...
Well, the way I've always understood it is that for Dragon Ball Super, Toriyama would come up with like the loose concept for an arc, and then you know, the different factions would make it work.
That's what I think is happening. I think a lot of the heavy lifting is done by Toyotaro, and they just...
At least for the manga, Toei is at fault for the anime.
Yeah, which it's largely the same, but they just make dumb changes for, like, to sell toys, like Saiyan Rage and other shit. I mean, yeah, a lot of it is still pretty similar, but it's just different stuff here and there. They, oddly enough, they still decide that 17 is almost as strong as Goku. Like, I thought the androids could... Well, who cares about rules, like I said.
Well, okay. Well, let's be fair. Let's be perfectly fair. Sure, Goku did that fight sparring thing with 17 in blue. But...
Not in the,
he was going full strength in that.
I don't remember if he spars him as blue in the manga, but he does say, like, oh god, if 17 was a bad guy, he'd be a problem. I think he only spars with him up to Super Saiyan 3. Yeah, in the manga. And then they stop because it's... Because I think... Oh, because 17, they weren't sparring. He thought Goku was one of the poachers. Because Goku puts on a poacher's mask, and 17's like, the fuck are you doing? And they start fighting. And then he takes the mask off to go Super Saiyan 3, and then that kind of stops the fight. But I think they clash for like a minute. And then he tells, like, Supreme Kai or something. He's like, yeah, if 17 was a bad guy, we'd have a problem. I was like, god damn, he's that strong?
Like, dude, where were he when Super Buu killed the planet?
Mm-hmm. And they keep joking that he's so strong and all he does is, like, fights poachers and takes care of an island. Like, he wasn't training. He's just like, no, I'm just protecting this island. So it's like, what the fuck? And
I mean, I would be perfectly okay with that if they took that and the fact that, you know, Broly exists and used that as a way to spin more mystery and intrigue into the world, given, you know, by that point in the series, it's like,
yeah, but
you know, everything's been figured out. You're the strongest in the universe and all that.
Corvo says, what if Toei makes Water Vegeta canon?
Water Vegeta is canon, according to Toei.
What? I thought that was just fans.
Hey, he did that in the friggin' anime, and somebody decided that was a transformation and not just Vegeta having an episode underwater.
It's what gave him 1 point more that allowed him to go Super Saiyan 3.
Well, I'm talking when he did on anime.
I know. It's just, I'm saying he used it again and it gave him the slightest buff that allowed him to transform. Because isn't that what people are saying?
Yeah.
Gave him more power and that's what allowed him to go 3. Yeah, that shit sucks. Do you get to see adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, or is that just fan art?
Just fan art at the moment.
Yeah, because people are doing really good fan art of it. So now you basically know what it looks like.
I mean, there's nothing saying we won't see adult them do it, but
Yeah.
I still think we're in the camp where we're gonna get a canon Super Saiyan 4 in some form.
That's what everybody keeps saying.
Like, it's gonna be something where they can only do it in the demon world or something.
Yeah. Because he, Toriyama's the one that designed 4. Like, he did all the...
The guy that designed 4 is on the team making Daima, so...
I thought all the major designs were his, like, same with Cooler. I thought they bugged Toriyama to design it.
For GT, he just made, like, the initial main cast designs and then pieced out. 4 was not his design.
And why would he want to make it canon?
Toriyama actually likes the design of Super Saiyan 4.
I do too. I like that it's a different way to achieve power. I don't like that blue is never even really explained. I guess it's kind of the Super Saiyan to Red, I'm not sure. It's never fully said, not even in the manga.
It's said to be the equivalent of Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan God, which is why it has one of the most annoying names ever.
I guess, but they also try to say that Red is interchangeable with it, just slightly weaker. But again, Toriyama likes to forget how things work, so he might forget Super Saiyan's a modifier. I'm pretty sure he did. And it's just like, oh, it's just, you know, slightly more powerful transformation.
I preferred the idea that Super Saiyan God was just the ritual thing. And then blue is you trying to replicate the power by your own means.
Yeah. I think Goku at one point says it's just the ritual power, but mastered and made his own or something.
Well, no, Beerus says that when Goku, unbeknownst to himself, drops out of God to just
in the fight.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, he says he like absorbed it into himself.
He has only a minor power loss.
Yeah. And then one thing that doesn't make sense, so in the fight, Beerus is like, I only use 70% of my power. Then when he fights Vegeta later in a sparring match and Vegeta's using blue, he beats the fuck out of him like it's nothing. Like, how are you gonna say you had to use most of your power to fight Goku in God form, and then you fight something stronger than God form and you slap Vegeta around when you get pissed? The same Vegeta that powered up and smacked him.
YouTube video recommendations have been pushing on me is the Beerus problem. I think the only way to read into that is that during Battle of Gods, he probably was not taking anything seriously ever.
Well, no, he said he was using like 70% of his power, so...
I mean, he can say that, but that doesn't mean it's true.
I think it's just more Toriyama forgetting. Because he's very bad at sticking to his own canon. He forgot his own rules and history all the time. But he even said, he's like, yeah, I had to go reread it. I forgot. Like, he forgot Saiyans should have tails when they're born. So that's kind of why you don't see Goten and Trunks with them. Because he just forgot.
He forgot he made Super Saiyan 2.
Oh, yeah.
So he almost accidentally named Super Saiyan 3 Super Saiyan 2.
Yep, because he, yeah. Even though in the manga, whenever they use Super Saiyan 2, they have sparks around them. The anime forgets. The anime completely forgets, but the manga always tried to be consistent with that, and he still forgot. Because that just became the de facto form they used. So it was like, fuck it. This is Super Saiyan.
I don't know how you can write a manga with that much being forgotten.
Remember, he also forgets the water, that magic water power up. Gives you chimp form power or something. And then he forgets and says chimp form has a multiplier. Like, how do you permanently unlock that, I guess? Whatever. There's other instances, I don't remember them all. Because he admitted he just can't remember it all.
Yeah, and then you gotta remember, power scalers gotta take everything.
Seriously.
into account.
Yeah. And you can't do that because he forgets. It's impossible to explain it all. You're just fan wanking when you do. Because he didn't explain it because he didn't remember. He fucking completely forgot. Because he didn't care. He just likes to do, he liked to do whatever. But no, it's all got to be explained. Water Vegeta. Yeah, I forgot though.
Well, to be fair, Water Vegeta is a fandom thing.
No, that's what I'm saying, is like they're so serious about it that Water Vegeta has to be his own power-up.
Well, yeah, his eyes got weird, so Water Vegeta's real.
Yep.
It couldn't be an animation error or something.
Or they were just like, fuck it, let's make his eyes go blank for a minute because he's mad. Or something. I think it was. I don't think it happens in the manga. But for some reason they base everything on the anime. Like, the anime is canon. It's the canon.
Well, you have to understand that that's the biggest thing for people trying to have, like, nerd discussions is they refuse to actually engage with the source material.
Yeah. Yeah, so they go off of... Well, I think manga's
They
way easier
will
to consume,
usually
but...
go off of Funimation dub script for things, and it's like...
Yeah.
Shouldn't do that.
And I think they consider the movies canon or something. I don't even know.
Toriyama had stated the movies are in their own universes.
Yeah, but I think they like to say anything animated is together except GT, but they do argue about whether or not you can count GT all the time.
Well, all of the movies are canon to GT.
Yeah. And then they, for the longest time, they tried to consider that all one big canon, including Gohan meeting a robot.
They should have the sequel of Gohan repairing the robot.
There's fan art of a sequel where adult Gohan runs into the robot again, but he doesn't fix him, I don't think. I can't remember if he was fixing his arm or he was just... I think he was just visiting him. But it looked really good. It looked official. He just stopped by and saw him again. Remember, he died. He sacrificed himself.
Whatever happened to Figaro?
Who was Figaro?
Some random kid he met during that, running away from Piccolo.
I remember the name, but I just don't remember anything about him.
He was just some kid that, he was from, like, one of those filler episodes that tried to make itself feel like there was going to be some sort of continuation at some point, and there never was.
Oh.
You know, the best kind of filler.
Yeah,
Like
Bleach
the kind
filler.
of filler that one Inuyasha meme makes fun of the "we'll meet again." No, we won't.
I don't know how that reminded me, but they also explain how there's a Mai in the future. And she's just as much of a sex pest as you'd worry she is.
I mean, I'll at least give them the benefit of the doubt, and the, you know, the world is ending, you don't really have time to worry about those sort of details.
Yeah, well, in Trunks' universe, though, as the androids are destroying everything, they try to get the Dragon Balls together. Now, this isn't in the manga. I think it's like a one-shot I had to go look up, but it's considered part of it. The androids basically had everything destroyed and were about to kill Piccolo was about to die and make them go inert. And so they get them together and they're like, fuck, we have to make this wish fast before he's dead. Like, bring everybody back. Fucking Pilaf makes the stupid wish to make them kids again. And it's not really explained why. Mai is like, isn't this a bad idea right now? The world's dying. He's like, I want to. And they make the wish, the Dragon Balls go inert, and he helps fuck the universe. Like, yeah. So they're kids. Piccolo dies. Dragon Balls are useless. The last wish is used on that. It's.
I prefer just assuming the wish was made before androids.
Yeah. Instead, it makes them look really evil. Well, Pilaf, because the others didn't want him to. They tried to talk him out of it because they're like, the world's ending. This is not a good time to be doing this. And then Mai hooks up with Trunks at some point. And of course, in the timeline, well, the main one was Trunks's, but in the main timeline, she's like, oh, I like you, after seeing future Trunks. She's like, you're the next best thing, fuck it. It's like, what? But you're actually like a 30-year-old woman turned into a kid. You can't be doing that.
Oh. I want to say she's older than Bulma.
Yeah, I think she is, yeah, because she was an adult when Bulma was, like, youngish still. Like, not an adult. Yeah, she is. The fuck? Ew. She could almost be Trunks' grandma's age. Ah! She's a gilf.
Well, to be fair, future Mai physically is only like 20 or something.
Yeah, and they also kind of mentally become children again. It's not just their bodies that become children, they get reset to be children. They just have some of the memories of being adults, but they're mature and dumb like as much as children.
Makes me wonder why the Daima kid wish doesn't work the same way.
But one more thing though that reminds me. So Mai, you know how she by all rights should be dead? Because in the anime they have an explanation. She basically does almost die, but Trunks, since he apprenticed under Supreme Kai, like in the manga they decide Supreme Kai was like more helpful in stopping Deborah, to the point where he had Trunks as his apprentice. Being the apprentice to a Supreme Kai means you have healing power, so like Kibito has it. Trunks actually had it for a while, so he accidentally heals Mai without fully realizing it. But she was like about to die during one of Black's attacks. Instead of just she survived. Don't know how. Fuck it. And then Trunks is like, I'm gonna go get this.
Like that.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. And then Trunks was like, Vegeta was like, "You gonna keep that power?" And he's like, "Nah." He's like, "Nah." When right before they go back to do their stupid universe creating, he's like, "Nah, I don't need it. Fuck it." Like, okay. Cool.
So, granted, I haven't actually been watching Daima, but one thing I'm kind of hoping they do is bring back Deborah.
Oh, yeah. But he's dead in Otherworld as a good guy.
No, not as a good guy. He was sent to heaven because he would like hell too much.
Oh, that's right. But then didn't he end up being good?
Well, that was in anime feller.
Oh, in the manga, he's bad.
Well, you never see him again.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you never see any of the bad guys. They're dead. Well, they're not supposed to be, really. They just go to hell.
Like, I could totally see them making use of that, though, where his time in heaven has ensured he is a nice man, so he would be the kind ruler of the demon realm.
But, so the anime part where you see him in the afterlife, that's only filler?
Yes.
Aw, I always liked that. I thought the Majin power, like, made him bad.
I mean, I think it did, but, you know, things Majin Vegeta did counted as crimes Vegeta did.
Yeah. Well, because he, like, willingly chose it. He wanted to be made evil again. Because he wanted his edge back, even though Goku has an edge over him without being evil. It's like, it was kind of a dumb lesson Vegeta learned, I guess.
He was just throwing a tantrum because he realized Goku had a whole Super Saiyan level he didn't have.
Yeah. But Goku told him, he's like, yeah, like, I only got this because of Otherworld, and it's useless here. And Vegeta was still pissed. I mean, Goku probably would have won if he busted it out, because all he needed is, like, a few seconds of just beating Vegeta's ass with it. Because they were...
but that's not Goku's way.
Well, I think he didn't want to do it because it would have drained the fuck out of him.
Well, yeah, that too.
But if he had, he, like, would have definitely won. It's just... Unless Vegeta pulled some trick to survive the ass beating. But, yeah. Well, and plus in the anime, they let... Even though they say Super 3 drains you, they let you use it however fucking long you want. Just like Blue. Because it looks cool and sells toys. This place has not given me that much experience. You lied to me.
Well, at least you used to.
I might have gained a couple levels.
Yeah, I'm not really getting anything really at this moment. Maybe it's hit that threshold where it's gonna just stop handing out XP.
I know where to go before I'm done. We can go to the obby and get gnome secrets.
Oh god.
Yeah, there's an obby. Well, I know where one of the gnome secrets is, and you can talk to him, and he gives you, I guess, depending on how much you've beat or boosted, he'll give you a an amount. It'll be better than that fucking tycoon.
Okay, one moment.
Let me see where it is. New AFK zone. I favorited Surf Knight. What the fuck? Oh, I did. Surf Knight's actually cool. I remember it. Oh yeah, we gotta be beans.
One moment.
What do you mean? What are you doing? You pooping?
I think I'm gonna grab a quick drink.
Oh, okay, because I was only gonna do this for like a minute.
Oh, I guess I'll do that now. Have you tried Lego Fortnite Brick Life?
No. It looks like RPing.
It kind of reminds me of PlayStation.
Great.
Except you can make the Daily Bugle your house.
Oh my god. You know that... Remember that best name and best highlight clip where we found best Venus?
Yeah.
And then you walk through like... Or you jump through a dresser?
Yeah.
The short I made from that, combining those two, just randomly got... How many views is that? 147.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just fucking... I don't know the shorts algorithm and how it fucking works, but a short will stop and then sometimes just explode later on a day later.
So people really enjoyed Spider-Man jumping through a dresser.
Yeah. Yeah. And if it keeps going, it could end up in like the 10,000 area, like I think the one where I blast Iron Fist out of the sky with my ult. I just say fuck it and just annihilate him because I was sick of his shit. Like I didn't even try to fight him. I was just like, I'm done with you. Boom. Because I just looked and I was like, wait, I have like 800 views in 48 hours? When the fuck did that happen? And then I look and that got nearly 200 in the last hour. It's kind of gross how much shorts do compared to anything else. The fuck? Oh, wait a minute. In 10 minutes we can get those coins. Oh, and that's not bad. 200 per crown. That's what I just got. Remember, you have a dive button. Oop. Best obby ever.
So what are we doing here?
Just go as far. Well, I'll tell you when to stop. There's a gnome secret you can find. It's really easy to find. You stop and talk to the gnome, and every time you do, he gives you like 500 experience. Sometimes it's like 1,000 or something, and you can just keep doing it for like a minute and get a lot. It used to be the second most powerful thing next to Sneaker Tycoon. Where are you? You have to... Oh, see up here where I am?
No.
Oh, that's not you. Shit. Can I see you on a map? That's not you near me?
Yes.
Oh, that is you? Oh. This is...
No.
Yep, just talk to him. That's the secret. He will give you power. 1,050! And just keep doing it.
573.
Yep. And you just hold the square button or X button for as long as he'll let you have his gnome secrets.
It sucks.
I know it does, but you can get like 5,000 experience just for standing here for like 10 seconds. See, not nearly as good as Sneakers Tycoon, because you could just run on a button and get like 20,000, but it's still pretty good.
Alright, we have an event for next time on 14.
Oh yeah, New Year's, right?
I haven't done the event myself.
How long is that around for?
Until the 16th. But, you know, it's gonna be like all the other seasonal events where it's like, even if you're moving at a leisurely pace, it won't take more than 40 minutes.
The holiday events suck. Dude, I'm still getting gnome secret power.
Hey, there is some cool things about them that you miss out on, like, MSQ progression does determine some visual cameos you may see. Well, more than MSQ, just
Oh yeah, because the Halloween one
progression
did.
in general.
The Halloween one had all them costumes you could put on. Or the looks.
Okay, to put it in perspective, that Christmas shopping center area, I was seeing characters you would not see if you didn't complete quest lines.
Even in the Crimbus one?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I forget, did you start Omega?
Yeah. I made it.
Okay,
I actually made it. I think past. Is Titan past Garuda and Ifrit?
No, that's Eden.
Wait, what's Omega?
Stormblood's raid.
Yeah,
series.
the simulation, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I did that.
the
Started it.
cartoon Chocobo I saw hanging out around the Christmas stuff.
I might have just completely missed him.
Well, no, you wouldn't have seen him.
You have to beat it.
When you complete the Omega raid series, you have a low chance of seeing him randomly appear in various spots in Eorzea.
Oh. So he's not like a
Like,
filler
it's not
character.
even just holiday event. Like,
He'll just show up.
well, not even Eorzea, just the source in general, because I've spotted him once in Garlemald.
That reminds me, you know what I spotted in Rebirth?
What?
One of those birds. I forget
Birds?
where. There was a big... Oh, you get a baby chick that looks like Cloud. Not just those chocobos you help with the chocobo stops. There's a little baby chick you meet, and its mom is one of those birds. But like big and beefy and grittier looking. I forget what they're called. Are they albatrosses? You know, the bird that guy... I can't remember the director's name of 14.
My brain just does not want to work.
Yeah, like I just can't remember it anymore. That bird he like Yoshi P.
Oh, you mean zoo?
Is that what those birds?
What, like the mountain zoo?
No, the ones that stare at you.
You
know those birds with the big beaks that just stare? That Yoshi P likes?
Oh, Shoebill?
Yeah, that's it. Shoebills. The mother of this chick you find in Rebirth is a Shoebill. And it's an amazing reveal because you save the chicks and it's like, oh, it found its mom. And there's this big fucking Shoebill staring at you on a ledge right above you. And it's like, oh.
Well, to be fair, real life Shoebills are like ostrich sized.
Yep. And this thing's like taller than Barrett. And looks nothing like the baby chick you save. Like, it kind of looks like it could digivolve into it, but not really.
Alright, I should totally show you that one video of a Shoebill just, like, walking around, like, a zoo. It's just making noise and it just sounds like a machine going off.
I think you did show me. Yeah, it goes like... Brrr. Yeah. Shoebills are awesome, and Rebirth has one that I think as a reference to that. Because there's so much shit in Rebirth that I don't remember. Because I'm not even as far as I got in original, and there's a bunch of shit I don't remember even doing in the original.
So I have been noticing there are people that are getting burnt out on the pacing of the remake trilogy.
Yeah, because they pad the fuck out of it. There's gonna have to be 4 of them. They stretched, like I said, like I didn't even make it to disc 2, and I'm not as far as I got in the original. Somebody's joined us, and I'm like, there's shit I'm doing in Rebirth I never did in the original. Like they pad the fuck out of the gold saucer. There's the Shoebill thing. Like, there's so much shit that happens that I don't think happened ever. So yeah, I don't know how there's gonna be 3 parts and it's gonna contain the whole game.
Well, yeah, the thing is, parts 1 and 2 only cover disc 1 of the game.
Yep. But isn't disc 3 just the boss fight? With Sephiroth?
It's the last dungeon of the game.
Yeah. But I also... Some light... What the fuck was that? Some light just came on. I think somebody died near us. I have a feeling, because things are already being weird, but I have a feeling things are going to change a lot from the original by the end of... Or by
I do know things get wonky at the end of Rebirth, but
they get really weird at the end of Remake.
I mean, you get some clarification of what's going on at the end of Rebirth, but like,
yeah, I'm still getting gnome secrets. Anyway,
but
yeah,
I feel like you'd still get the entirety of disc 2, and then they would, well, the entirety of disc 2 with the exception that Zack is a character now.
Yeah, well, don't spoil why if you know, but Zack's inclusion seems to be a branched timeline. Don't tell me why, but there seems to be something to that I haven't figured out yet. By the point I'm at in the game, it becomes evident that whatever he's doing is clashing with what's actually happening. Something weird's going on. I can't wait to find out what it is. But
I'll just say it's not, as people put it, a Tetsuya Nomura plot twist.
It's not good. That's what I was very worried about, because, this is his baby.
Well, you have to remember, he did not write 7.
He didn't?
He's not right. No, he did not write 7, and he's not writing the 7 remake.
Oh, thank God. Because I was
Um,
very worried where this was all about to go.
No, the guy that originally wrote 7's writing the remakes.
Okay, good.
But he was like what, the main designer lead and character designer for 7.
I think he directed it.
That was like his big breakout role, basically, in Square.
Wasn't he the director of it? Well, he might have been those things too, but I think he directed like the how it unfolded or some shit. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that's good. Because I think the remake and rebirth are actually kind of sequels to 7 slash
They
soft.
are.
They're soft sequel sea boots. Because I mean, Sephiroth by the end of remake, he's straight up. Well, he doesn't say it, but he implies like, yeah, I know what happened, and this isn't gonna be it.
Well, the thing is, even in
Fuck.
like the original Japanese script, one thing of note is that one of the last scenes with Sephiroth, he starts using honorifics he only uses when he's sane.
Yeah, he does actually seem sane when he's talking. Like when Cloud has a bunch of like hallucinations of him and he seems pretty sane, just kind of being creepy. And yeah, remake he was like, "Hey, you want to team up and change things?" I was like, change what? What do you know, Sephiroth?" And he's like, "Yeah, this is a." So he like travels back in time or something. As far as I know, I don't know how 2 unfolds, but by the end of remake, it seems like he's traveled back in time to himself, kind of like Wolverine did in Days of Future Past, and is just fucking with things. And there's time ghosts that don't like it, so they're trying to like put it all back together. I lost gnome power.
I still getting gnome power.
There is another one. There's another gnome that I'm gonna test in a minute.
Still am, but
I'm
whatever.
getting crown secrets, but I'm not getting gnome secrets. I like how we didn't play a single round of shoot. This has all been anime and manga talk and Tycoon. Pure beater boostage.
What do you mean Final Fantasy 7 isn't anime?
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Which is why everything about it is anime.
Yep. You're right. He's right. He's got it. But I know of another gnome secret. It's actually really obvious. He's in the middle of like a glass maze. Oh, actually, there's a cube secret.
Is it wrong that I'm more excited at the prospect of us getting a remaster of Dirge of Cerberus than a remake Part 3?
Well, what if they do the same shit with Dirge of Cerberus? They either work it into what they're doing with...
Well, no. I think they're just gonna do what they did with Crisis Core Reunion.
Oh. Just
where
remaster.
It gets fully voice acted and the controls are updated to not be poopy.
I just think it'd be funny if they remade it and it's the same shit they're doing, but it's not even the same timeline. They're just like, yeah, we're doing it differently, but the same.
Yeah, the thing is, Crisis Core Reunion is still original timeline. That they they were not changing the ending.
They just fucked with. Well, they just remastered it
and used, the remake cast voice acting.
They still should have named the first one Rebirth and then the second one something else, because they didn't remake the fucking game. They changed it a lot.
Well, I don't think they meant remake as in remake.
Yeah, they meant it as in remake the fucking timeline. But that ended up being false advertising to everybody. Because they thought full-on remake. I want to see what's over there.
But yeah, Crisis Core Reunion is the thing, so I'm imagining we're gonna get Dirge of Cerberus Redemption, given that's the name of the theme of the game.
I need to play those. But I want to, once I beat the remake shit, I want to go back to original. I'll restart it probably, but...
Dirge of Cerberus is a very strange thing.
It's like a shooter thing, isn't it?
It's a pre-Gears of War third-person shooter.
I thought maybe there was some Devil May Cry to it. No, it's just a shooter. It's like a PS2 shooter.
And doesn't play particularly well, and somehow I 100% it the game.
Before they even had E-Peens.
I did it because you actually get a secret ending if you collect all of the G files.
Oh.
Or whatever they call them. And it's basically just Dracula. Well, you know, without spoilers, it's basically just like Dracula showing up to carry a corpse away.
I don't care too much about those games getting spoiled because it's like the original timeline story shit.
I mean, I am pretty certain Genesis is gonna show up in some form in the third part of the remake. Because he's kind of a big backstory character.
He's the vampire dude?
Yeah. He's like the main villain of Crisis Core, and he just gets like a...
Is he the red Sephiroth looking dude? Like he's got a red version of his outfit and a different sword?
And he's got a wing on the other side of his body.
Doesn't Sephiroth, or no, I mean Cloud, does Cloud have a wing on the same side?
I don't remember, but the thing is, Genesis was supposed to be like another attempt to make a super soldier, but he was kind of imperfect and is like genetically degrading, which is why Sephiroth is deemed the perfect one.
Yeah. So I just remember seeing the video of somebody in Genesis sparring against Sephiroth, and he cuts a fucking building up.
One fun thing about Genesis is his Japanese voice actor in likeness is based off of the Japanese musician Gak, which I think has been described as like some sort of J-rock Michael Jackson man.
The fuck? Well, Sephiroth's very
strange.
Bishonen. Sephiroth invented Bishonen, practically. Knew it. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. I don't know if I'll have the stomach to go through the original after beating Rebirth, because I'm 30 hours in and I'm still not. I don't even know if I'm close to the end. It's a long fucking game.
Well, if you're still on disc 1, or however you put it.
Yeah, in the original I was. I made it to that cave where everything's like green and glowy and weird monsters beat your ass. I don't remember a whole lot.
Okay, well, then again, I don't know the series of events in Rebirth. Has Aerith left to go stop Meteor or something?
No. Not even close to anything like that. There was a fucking beach party thing we had to do. And then I went to the Golden Saucer, and now I'm trying to get to some crusted out reactor after a desert. Which I don't remember doing anything in the game.
Assuming events haven't been shifted around.
I'm thinking they might have been.
Okay, because if they haven't been shifted around, you are extremely early in disc 1.
Mm-hmm. That's the feeling I got. Cause I haven't really done a whole lot. It's just like random filler episode shit but it's main, as far as the game's concerned, it's main quest. I was like, do I really have to go to this fucking beach party? Yep, sure do. Because then some monsters show up and...
want you to go into Tifa and Aerith in bikinis.
I actually gave Tifa clothes in her beach outfit,
Oh.
so she wouldn't be, like, naked. Because they pretty much... There's an outfit you can give her which actually has more clothes than her normal outfit. But it's a beach outfit. Yeah.
Question, was Hojo on the beach?
Yes.
Okay, so they at least kept that.
But I don't remember that in the original.
It was a completely avoidable, optional, like, NPC dialogue. Where you could just happen to see Hojo and talk to him, and he's like, I'm on break, leave me alone.
Oh. In that, he summons monsters, basically, though. So they
Why would
give
they remove
purpose.
the humor.
Yeah. I mean, he does show up to go on vacation, but like while he's there, he's like, fuck it. I see these robed dickheads. Are the robed dickheads even in the original?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember running into any.
There aren't too many of them until a reunion happened.
Yeah, Barrett still had that backstory, I believe, right? That's what Corvo was asking. I think where Barrett... Yeah, he screwed over the town and everybody hates him.
Yes.
Yeah, that I remember that much, because you go to that town, and then you go to Gold Saucer, and then you go end up in that fucking mountain or whatever. I probably missed some shit.
I want to say, the robed... Yeah, there's the robed man you fight in, the headquarters for Shinra that turns into the, Genova piece. I think that was in the original. Barrett didn't almost die from that encounter, though, in the original.
Did that happen in Remake or Rebirth?
Yes, that happened in Remake. So, like, the robed people were early on. I think, like, almost every instance of a fake Sephiroth sighting is a robed man or piece of Genova.
Yeah, Barrett's backstory's dumb because they want you to think he's a bad guy, and it's like, all he did was be like, hey, bring this generator for jobs. It's not his fault Shinra was corrupt and the generator exploded when they tried to, like, kill everybody and cover it up.
Well, there's that and his best friend going psycho or whatever.
Yeah, none of that is, like... And he's not the only one that voted for it. He just gave a little speech, and then everybody voted. Like, they also had a part in it. Everybody voted for it, except for his best friend. Fucking dumbass people. Yeah, Barrett's tragic bad guy. It was a tragic story, but he's not a bad guy. These toilet lids,
I mean, you
skibbity.
say that, but remember, in the original, Avalanche are eco-terrorists.
Yeah, I mean, they are, like...
They play down what they do way too much in the remake.
Yeah, they are running around blowing up reactors with people just working their jobs. But those reactors are also...
And then remake, it's like, oh, they're just doing, like, little poopy explosions, and Shinra's, like, sabotaging themselves to make
yeah.
Avalanche look more evil than they are.
But to be fair, those reactors are sucking the planet.
Yeah, but I don't know. It gives me the same issue as, like, that scene in the Sonic 3 movie where they have the dude like, hey, don't shoot the child. It's like, come on, just let an act of awfulness just be.
True. Yeah, they made it more of an accidental thing. Yeah.
Because, like, not everybody's supposed to be squeaky clean in 7.
That is something I like about SA2, is that there's a child killer. It gets pretty dark. Briefly. Oh! I got Gnome's secret power from this teddy bear.
So, I am just amazed that Jim Carrey is down for Sonic 4.
Wait, is he? He said he'd come back?
Yeah, he said if they have the right idea, he'd totally be down because he loves the team and, people adore it.
Yeah, and he gets to kind of just cut loose.
But I've also seen people be like, wait, how could he be back? It's like, sir, how did Shadow appear, like, post-credits?
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
And it's not the first time Robotnik just came back. He blew up in 2 and was fine.
Ideally, I would want Robotnik to just not, like, actual him not appear until, like, post-credits or something. Just have it be, like, Neo Metal Sonic posing as him for most of the movie.
That would make Neo Metal Sonic look so bad, too, because he's being this corny, lame asshole, and then he's like, surprise, I'm evil. Like,
well, no, I would just have him completely not sell being Robotnik.
oh, just using it like a meat suit.
Yeah.
Well, since they like to change things, they'll probably have him possessing his body, and he's how he survived, or some bullshit. He's a Professor Gerald experiment based off a shadow or something, and he infiltrated Eggman's body. I can see it'd be gross and weird and dumb. Hopefully they don't do anything that crazy. But they like to change a lot. Like Sonic 2 didn't even have a Death Egg, but it had the Death Egg robot.
So, I did see something today from one of the screenwriters of Sonic 3. Apparently, because they were too lazy and didn't want to have the scene changed, originally they were going to fly out, Sonic, the gang, and Agent Stone were going to fly out to, like, Mexico to go find Robotnik. And the only surviving piece of that in the final movie is Robotnik still watching Spanish TV for some reason.
So there was some context as to why he started.
Yeah.
Instead, he's just doing it and beating his stomach.
Yeah.
I do like his attitude where he's like, yeah, I'm doing this because I do not care. Just I don't give a fuck how dumb I look. That implies I'd care what you think. And I guess I liked that Gerald was somewhat different from Eggman, but he was still not Gerald.
I'm still of the mind he should have just been a robot.
Yeah. And not as goofy. But that's just something I live with.
The goofy thing as an act, but, like, just be like, of course it's not Gerald. He'd be like 120 something.
Well, I guess Eggman is a corny, weird little goofy cartoon thing. I mean, they make him more serious in the adventure games, but I don't know if I fully like Eggman Carrie.
I like my Eggman to be able to be threatening.
Well, that's why Gerald, like, that was cool at that one moment. He was like, I'm gonna burn it all! And then he goes back to spanking Eggman. Like, right after the scene where Shadow and Sonic have that heart-to-heart, it immediately cuts to Gerald spanking Eggman. Like, wait, what? Like, they're talking about, like, moving on from pain and stuff, and then giant hand spanking Eggman. Like, god damn it.
Yeah. Again, I would have had Gerald be the one on the ark sacrificing himself while Shadow pushes it away or something.
I don't mind Gerald staying evil, I just don't...
Well, I didn't like how they dealt with him because
Yeah.
it's like, why?
He gets stabbed in the butt, farts, and then dies. Yeah, it could have been a better death than that.
like you built this character up and then are just like, we don't know what to do with him, just remove him.
They could have just still had Eggman kill him, just not like that. Like he tricks him and then drops a platform beneath him or something so he gets sucked out into space. I don't know. Not fart death. This is just dumb. Or he could have summoned the ultimate prototype thing and it eats him. And then they all work together to kill that.
Or you could, yeah, I feel like it would have at least have been more dignified if, like, Gerald was, like, trying to tackle Eggman, and he just, like...
Killed himself on accident.
Out of the way, and, you know, the momentum he built up just flung him into the thing that zapped him.
Yeah. I knew we were fucked, though, when they were watching the horror movie, and it looked like the prototype thing. Because I was like, what's this?
I didn't even pick up on that till you were talking about it after the movie.
It took me a minute to notice it, but I was like, wait, were there pipes coming out of that thing leading to something on its back? And I'm like, oh, there were. That's all we're going to see of the Bio Lizard. God damn it. The Bio Lizard's just a dumb kaiju joke.
And the question is, how will they do movie Rouge?
I'll goon however they do. It's just going to look like a gross animal thing.
I'm thinking if they are going the Sonic Heroes route, they might just give her Sonic Heroes outfit.
Probably. They like to... They've been making her more and more modest because they realized, like, hey, we shouldn't goon over a bat. So after the first game, they started toning her down more and more. Because somebody was gooning.
Like, they're also just going overkill with it. Like,
yeah.
I thought after the Boober reduction, it was fine.
What, in Sonic Prime? Or...
Not Prime, just like...
Because Sonic Prime really...
The game after SA2.
Yeah, that was the initial anti-gooning, where they still kind of sexied her up. Which I guess, it's like, okay, this isn't too weird. And then Sonic Prime was like completely. Like they almost just made her androgynous. And it upset gooners everywhere. And me. But yeah. So that might be the direction they go for the movie. Especially because, like, they're also for little kids. But someone brought up a good point. I forget where. Someone was crying about it. They're like, so you're going to remove any, like, femininity and thickness and whatever? And just make her, like, a model body type and, like, Starbuck her, basically? Like, yeah, actually, that's a good point. You're saying that it's, bad to be thick. You have to look like an Olympic athlete.
I would also just argue, okay, so you can have like a racist caricature black woman, but you can't have a cartoon bat with boobs.
That's true, Bridezilla. Oh god, you haven't even seen the worst of the trilogy. Bridezilla was actually, I think somebody clocked it at 40 minutes. I remember it taking up a large chunk of the movie and breaking it up and ruining it. Because it was on an okay path. Like, the second one starts with Sonic, he talks a mile a minute with really shitty jokes during a car chase. But it's like, okay, there's action. I can stomach this, I guess. You see Knuckles fight. There's some cool stuff. And then Bridezilla for 40 minutes.
That was concerning.
Yeah.
My computer locked up for, like, a good 15 seconds there.
Because I talked about Bridezilla.
I don't know. It's been having weird hiccups tonight, and I don't know why.
Is your memory almost full or something?
It could be a memory leak. I don't know.
Well, if your C drive starts getting full...
It shouldn't be. I mean, look.
You need at least like 100 gigs of free space in order to keep things optimized. Supposedly.
It's mostly empty.
Oh, the C drive?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay,
That's-
I guess I'm gonna get off call and like do some updating and then go to bed, given it's way later than I wanted to go to bed at.
Yeah. We just started talking about Bleach, and then Dragon Ball, and then Sonic, and Gooning.
Yeah.
This bear has not stopped giving me gnome secrets.
Okay. Good night, team.
Good night. Alright, I'm gonna stop too. I guess this bear will have infinite gnome secrets. There was enough time to recharge by the time I got to him. Is he done? Oh, he's still not done. Alright, but I'm going to stop for now. I shall return. Oh, Bean. Bean! Bean. Okay. Fare thee well. May a flight of beans help you goon to thy slumber. Thanks for watching.